Hey, what's up guys? Ravenclaw here and welcome to another episode on the Battle for Azeroth beta. Lots of things have happened, not just changes to classes, but to content, pets, and everything. So today, I want to go over what has happened to the Survival Hunter in Battle for Azeroth. Okay, so before we kick off, I just wanted to go over the spells, everything that we have, what's changed and what has stayed the same. And then we'll go into the talents. As lots has happened to Survival Hunters, so let's get into it. So aspect of the cheetah hasn't really changed, it's simply our burst of speed and giving us a trailing bit of speed over 9 seconds. Aspect of the eagle has changed, so what it does now is it allows mongoose bite or raptor strike to become a ranged shot, doing quite a bit of damage, especially when you mix it with other talents. Aspect of the turtle is still the same, giving us a shiny green turtle shell to deflect all damage coming our way. Disengage, still the same, allowing us to leap backwards and get out of trouble. Exhilaration is still our handy hunter heal, giving us a boost of health when we need it. So up next is our utility spells. Flare is simply revealing those hidden targets, Tar Trap is slowing down those targets, and Freezing Trap is that hard CC that is locking down that annoying target. Okay, so next up is our Gap Closer, Harpoon. Now Harpoon hasn't really changed, it still will root the target once you land the Harpoon. Feign Death is still the same, it is what we use to drop all that aggro. Intimidation is now a baseline spell, it is our hard stun. Next up guys is something new. We now have Kill Command as a Survival Hunter, and it is what we use to regain all that focus. Muzzle hasn't changed, it is still what we use to interrupt a target's cast. Up now we have Coordinated Assault. This is something new for us Survival Hunters. It allows you and your pet to increase your damage by 20%. This is actually pretty good. We'll talk about this again later on when we get to another talent. Wildfire Bomb is simply a grenade that we can throw at the target and leaving a dot on them that will tick over for 5 seconds. Wing Clip still remains the same, it's what we use to slow down that target. Okay, so onto the talent. The first one is Viper's Venom. This will allow your Mongoose Bite or Raptor Strike to proc Serpent Sting to hit 300% of its first initial damage. Terms of engagement has changed. Your Harpoon's initial damage is increased, you generate 40 focus over 10 seconds, and if the enemy dies, Harpoon will be reset. So Alpha Predator, Kill Command has 2 charges now, and does 30% increased damage, which is absolutely awesome. Guerrilla Tactics has changed. Now it simply gives Wildfire Bomb 2 charges, and the initial explosion deals 100% increased damage. Hydra's Bite is pretty cool, allows your Serpent Sting to split and hit multiple targets, and have its damage over time increased by 10%. Butchery is one of our main AoE spells. It inflicts damage to everyone around you, and it also will work well with another talent we'll talk about later called Wildfire Infusion. Trailblazer is our movement speed talent that gives us 30% increased speed anytime we are out of combat. Natural Mending is a talent that will reduce the cooldown of Exhilaration by 1 second every time we use 20 focus. Camouflage is still the same, but is across 3 specs this time. It simply allows us to sneak past our enemies and we regain 2% of our maximum health every 1 second we stay hidden. Bloodseeker now allows Kill Command to apply a bleed to the target. Also, you and your pet gain 10% attack speed for every bleeding target within 12 yards. Now, I'm not sure whether it's just the bleed from Kill Command or bleeds in general. Steel Trap applies a bleed to anyone that is caught within the trap. Now, be careful because it can break from other damage caused by any other spell. Murder of Crows remains the same. It applies a dot to the target and will be reset if the target dies before Murder of Crows expires. Born to be Wild reduces the cooldown time from 3 minutes to 2.4 minutes of Aspect of the Cheetah and Aspect of the Turtle. Post haste remains the same, allowing us to disengage, breaking free of any movement impairing effects, and giving us a burst of speed for 4 seconds. Binding Shot has had a big change. It no longer stuns the target, instead it will root the target in place if the target leaves the area of effect. Tip of the Spear now allows Kill Command to give our next Raptor Strike a 15% damage increase. Now you can do 3 consecutive kill commands in a row. This will essentially give you a 45% increased damage on the next Raptor Strike. Mongoose Bite is as we remember. It simply stacks up Mongoose Fury, now having 5 stacks, which is now more manageable. Every stack gives you 20% extra damage of your Mongoose Bite. It also no longer has charges, which means you can use it more frequently as long as you have the focus. Flanking Strikes now allows you and your pet to leap majestically towards your target. This will generate 30 focus, and you can use this in combination with Kill Command. Birds of Prey works alongside a coordinated attack. What this will do will allow your Raptor Strike to extend the length of coordinated attack by 1 second every time you use it. This also works with Mongoose Bite if you have chosen that talent. Wildfire Infusion changes the operation of Wildfire Bomb, first being Shrapnel Bomb, allowing us to place a bleed on the target with Mongoose Bite, Raptor Strike and Butchery, which stacks up to 3 times while the effect lasts. The next one being Pheromone Bomb. This one allows us to spam Kill Command as much as we like, as long as the pheromone is still applied to the target. And lastly is Volatile Bomb, which explodes twice if it hits a target that is affected by Serpent Sting. Last but not least, we see the return of Glaive Toss, or in this case, Chakrams. This essentially throws out 2 glaives towards the targets, hitting every target in their path forward and back. Okay, so that wraps things up as far as spells and talents, but lastly, I just want to talk about our mastery and what it gives us. So, we see the return of Spirit Bond. This not only gives us that active heal between us and our pet, which, as we all know, used to be big with BMs, now is only for survival. It also increases our damage of both us and our pets as we raise our mastery levels. This, I am sad to see it on survival, not BM, because I believe that is something that was unique to BM, being Beastmaster. That was one of our links between our pets. Nevertheless, this has actually given survival hunters more survivability. As it stands on the beta, we are able to pull a lot of threat and survive through it. In conjunction with other healing spells that we do already have, this is wonderful. I'd love to hear your thoughts about what you've seen so far in this episode. Tell me where you think survival will be in your world as you come into BFA. I currently think it is a hybrid of BM with MM, being more ranged as well as your melee. I'm having a lot of fun with it, but we'll see how we go. Next up will be MM and what I think of that. Let me just say that MM has got me thinking a lot of doing that as a main in BFA. But anyway, guys, I just want to leave it there. I will see you all soon, and as always, you keep on sniping, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.